talking about how gritty are you? And I think November is a very gritty month for a lot of people, you know. Almost to the end of the year. This year's been especially challenging for a lot of us. And that's where, as peak performers, somebody that's trying to find their flow, spend more time in flow, you have to understand that it's a cycle that we go through, that things aren't always going to be a linear direction upwards, and that there can be a lot of challenges on the way, and that's where grit really comes into play. Being able to keep moving forward. You know, the classic definition of grit is all about perseverance and having a passion that you're working towards. And really, when it comes down to right now, maybe you're feeling a little bit run down, burnt out, discouraged by things. And that's where reminding yourself, or just having this reminder that we have to persevere, we have to keep going, is really important. And when it comes to perseverance, it's not always necessarily about pushing as hard as you possibly can all the time. That's why, even for example, you know, these runs that I've started to do were originally quite gritty in the challenging aspect. You know, one of the components of grit is the ability, or the grit, to train your weaknesses. And running was definitely a weakness for me. And now it's something that I kind of look forward to as almost like an active recovery day, because it's just not as challenging as the heavy training, weightlifting that I typically do. So not really necessarily talking about my situation per se today, but just in general, you know, respect at this time of year. If you need more recovery, if you need to take it easy, whether it's from whatever creative things you're doing, whether it's in the aspect of business or your sports performance, it's okay to not always go at 100%. Sometimes if you need to back off, take it easy, recharge. The grit to recover is another component of grit. And so when you're thinking or defining yourself as a gritty person, sometimes that also means taking it easy when you need to, so that you can keep going, because perseverance and grit is all about that long-term journey, not necessarily just pushing yourself non-stop until you burn out or crash or lose some of that motivation just because you're out of energy. So that's really the message that I want to talk about today, as far as remember to find that balance for yourself. Keep going, get outside. Everybody seems to like these videos where I'm outside, and since I like being outside, I'll keep making them like this, especially while the weather is unseasonably warm. Makes it quite easy. And I don't mind getting out when it's cold too. Some of those videos are a different type of grit, because most people are afraid to be outside when it's super cold out. But I don't mind that either, because it's nice and peaceful and I like the snow. So wherever you're at in your journey right now, you know, keep moving forward, make slow, incremental progress, and don't try to do everything at once. Whatever stage you're at right now, it's totally okay. And just remind yourself to keep going and reach out to people that you know for support if you need it, because we're all in this together on our journeys to finding our flow, finding more meaning for ourselves. And really that comes as part of a tribe as well. So hopefully this message, something that you needed to hear or wanted to hear or enjoyed hearing today. And of course, as always, until the next one, dream on and find your flow.